Hello guys, it's RagingRaptor here, and you see this right. We are again on the map Swamp. We are driving this time alone, so no tag team. But as you probably saw already from the title, we managed to do Heavy Tank Mission 15. Yes! And I did a while live streaming. Unfortunate, literally one person saw it. GG me. Also my fault that I'm live streaming on the weekend when everyone is giving away World of Warships key I don't have. But either way guys, Heavy Tank Mission 15. It doesn't stand here, but you need to do for the T55A, do 12,000 damage combined with your armor, your damage blocked by your armor, you done, and you damage eaten, like when you get damage, of course. And before we move on, or we can move it on little bit before we move on more, I want to say which tanks are really good for this mission. E100, Mouse, IS-4. Why? Huge amount of hit points, really well armed, good guns. These are things which are important for this mission. Lower tier tanks, it will be really hard, but good news for you, in 9.8 they are going to rebalance a third of the individual missions, and they will make Heavy Tank Mission 15 of the Stuk 4 and the T28 Heavy Tank concept much easier. So yeah, we'll have a look at this replay first, where I managed to do 12,000 damage combined. And before we still keep on moving, I'll show you where I went. I looked at the enemy setup, I saw 2 RDs, so it would be for me, from my side, suicide to go on A3. I stay here, I am as close as possible to our base to defend the base. I can defend the bridge on J89, and I can shoot enemies which are driving over the bridge and are attacking through the swamp. And I am, when I'm going more to the left to the mountain, I am really RT safe when it comes to the term when the RT is staying on A0. So let's keep on moving. I can already say in the beginning the game is more slow paced, and you will see this, but we're driving up here, seeing a tortoise driving over the bridge, or want to drive over the bridge, and he stops. What can we do? We try to see if we can shoot another target, but unfortunately for him, he drives back, and 0.4 accuracy gun, guys, it works every team. So yeah, we are reloading. I don't know why it's not showing me in the replay, but we are now reloaded and try to do another shot, and now we didn't penetrate it. I have to say, all fair. I hit one, I missed one, all fair. But as you can see, I know I can't really attack so much. I definitely can't drive over the bridge. There's nothing lit, there's still an E3 and Object 704 living. So what do we try to do? We are trying to shoot the enemy heavy tanks. Lucky for us, at this place at the moment we were not focused by the enemy artillery. Lucky us, right? So what we are trying to do is to clear this flank. I already said that in the AMX CDC video from No Damage Kalle, that clearing one flank is really important. And we did it here. We cleared this flank as much as possible, and the enemy did it vice versa. We are now driving back to defend the one line because this flank fell. That's why I love this position. You are so mobile. You can go everywhere where you need to be in a moderate amount of time. And also you can do some beautiful sniping. Like, look at this leading. Amazing. It happens so often that somebody is detracking him. Still, we have already shot 4 shells and not a single heat shell. And here is an E75 where we can be lucky and try to hit the cupola. But yeah, 0.4 accuracy won't be so nice to us this time. And here I was thinking, better load HE. I think the T62A was showing us our ass. I was wrong. because with our HE I would not have a problem to penetrate the ass of a T62A. I was really thinking of going down and doing an 800 to 900 damage hit on the T62A. Lucky me, I didn't. I reloaded AP again and tried just to poke around to spot him. And now I saw, okay, I'm way too long in the open, I need to go back in RT cover. And while we are driving back, artillery loves us already, an AP and an HE shell. And we get shot from the back. So what are we doing now is we're driving a little bit forward, turning again to get closer to the mountain so we are RT safe and don't get shot into the back. And as you can see, it doesn't look good for us. We are so cramped back in our base that it will be a hard game. Here I really tried to get the T62A out of his cover to do some damage, but I get scared by the E3. And lucky me that I drove back, because an AP shell of the T261 striked home. We are at 670 damage and we lost close to the same amount of our tank hit points. And yeah, 4 to 8. This will be hard. But with our angling, it is not a big deal to let the E3 bounce our turret. And here is another RT shell, and I thought, okay, I think I'm here RT safe. But no, I get 913 damage through the turret with super heavy spall liner. And if you would see the chat, I would see I wrote balanced. I see, because this is in my opinion complete bollocks. Super heavy spall liner, I still get 900 damage through 250 mm of turret armor. So I drove closer to the mountain to be now at least as much as possible artillery safe. And now what I'm doing is turning my whole aim turret to have enough speed to get a shot on the WZ. And not exactly. But as soon as we did the shot, we moved again our turret forward so the T62A doesn't get the idea, oh, let's shoot him. We are at minute 9 of the game, at 9 minutes, and we didn't done anything. But we are at 670 damage and already lost 1600 damage. But thanks to our perfect positioning, we don't have a problem to bounce the enemy shells and miss that one, like the real blue tomato like I am. 5 to 9, we are in a trouble. But we are now being reloaded and we can do nothing. Then really fighting with our gun depression. But what we can do now is still struggling with our gun depression, I know. I'm really moving forward and backward to get some chance to shoot the T62A. Or this one. I drove. Before we move on, what did I do? I enhanced my gun depression with a little trick. I drove up the hill a little bit. I made my tank a little bit higher, and when the terrain would be flat, my tank would be like this. But with this position, I angled my tank like this and had a better gun depression on the E1. This is a really important trick in my opinion. When you take the disadvantages like a stupid hill and you don't have good gun depression, drive on the hill and get yourself an extra boost in gun depression. As you can see here, we still had even a little bit more. But yeah, we managed to do a shot and immediately we go back in cover. And we get the first heat shell by the enemy blue tomato from Strong. Thank you very much. At least the second heat shell bounced and we are back into climbing up the hill and trying to get some kills. And I had to say, I need to trade this shot. This 3090 can be annoying when he surrounds me. And what I did, I know I will eat a shell. And I moved on, not like the E100 in my tag team video. He drove forward, get a shot and went right back. I know I will eat a shot, so now I will take the kill. When you know that you need to trade, then just keep on. Take the trade and don't go back. Don't give your enemies free damage. When you know you trade, then trade for real. And now I have again get some lags, and I'm still fighting to get this Object 907 done. He is annoying. He is the MVP of the enemy team at the moment. And will get the chance. Goodbye, Gold Stronku. And we are at 5 AP shells. And we bounce and we already has received 14 shells. And here we are. 9 kills to 10, and we are a one-shot. And we bounce the heat shell because he hit the track. Excellent. We shot right. We had enough time to aim into his motor or this engine part to set him on fire for a short period of time. 73 extra damage. Every single time you have the chance to aim for the engine, aim for there. You have the chance to burn somebody. And yes, we are now a one-shot for literally everything on the battlefield. We are still reloading, but the T62A did a major fault. He stopped there and didn't shot my turret. He just shot it not early enough. We had the time to shoot him while he shot us. He bounced, we penetrated, he showed us his side. And lucky to us, the enemy Object 140 didn't manage to shoot us into the side. And here I knew it was important to kill this scout. Even if I know the E4 is over there. But what I'm now going to do next is really important when you fight two sides at the same time. Try to finish one flank, one side, and immediately turn to the other. Now at the moment I'm turning to the E1. So he has only my front armor. He has no chance to penetrate at the moment. And I am reloaded, and what he's doing is a really bad call. He just stops there, and I had no problem to shoot him. 5 kills, 12 versus 10. We are getting it, boys. 4000 damage. We bounced that shot so well again. We are ready to reload, and he did another fault. He drove back way too much. 6th kill, guys. Only a E3 and then 212A left. 4600 damage and 22 shots bounced. We are now at heat shells. And guys, yes, now I'm turning into a heat noob. I didn't shot a single heat shell, but you will see I didn't manage to penetrate a single heat shell now. The E3 was too strong armored and I hit too bad. And now I'm just wiggling around because I get spotted all day long by the E3. So he has no chance to shoot my turret. Also, I'm angling my turret as much as possible so that he has something like this into his view. Not this, such thing. So he has it much harder to penetrate. But I'm giving my focus on the front plate because this is much harder. So when I'm having it like this side is much more angled because it has less armor. And we're trying our best to hit him, but we only hit the tracks with heat. And we know that heat doesn't like tracks. We're trying to shoot him with another heat shell into the cupola, but no, we didn't shot into the cupola. We think, okay, let's try again the lower plate, but he drives forward and again the heat shell gets stuck in the tracks. And now was just like 144 HP left. It's time for tactical HE. And it's less expensive. So I tried to do a blind shot which unfortunately missed. I even get scolded by the E1 as a hacker, which you don't see in the chat because my beautiful face is down there. But the Jackpants E100 finishes off the E3 and it's time to hunt this goddamn clicker. This guy which thinks 900 damage is fair to 250mm of armor. And this is also something which I really dislike about artillery in this game. They have such a huge amount of fuel range, which is so annoying. I was just like What the hell, where did I got spotted? I really needed to duck and cover. I was thinking it was still somewhere in this direction. Somewhere like here. But I was wrong. I drove forward to... This is something I really was lucky that he was standing right there. In my thinking he would be still on the A line. I drove towards this little hill so I'd be artillery safe. But it was wrong. He is down there. And what do? I auto-aim, drive backwards and make a short snapshot and win the battle for our team. 5000 damage, 7 kills, 22 shells eaten by my mighty armor, 119 HP left, and heavy tank 15 mission for the T55A. So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and now let's move on to our small but cozy hangar to see what we did there. So this was it. This was the battle. E100 on Swamp, doing tremendous amount of damage with close to no heat shell shot. I know I'm the blue tomato, and I quite tend sometimes to shoot HE as heat many times, but we only shot I think 2 or 3 shells on the E3 and both missed. So what do you guys think? Was it an excellent game? Was it a tempered steel battle like the mission says to me? Do you like this commentary, these tips and tricks, how to get these missions done? And look at this, seriously, ace tanker, 3rd mark of excellence badge, first class, steel wall, top gun, high caliber, Spartan, 5039 damage, 1000 spotting damage. We bounced 6000 damage, 7 kills, truly carrying the team to victory. And as always guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe for the latest World of Tanks news and commentaries and tips and tricks to the missions, because they are helpful for you, I hope. And don't forget to see me streaming on Twitch. I know I don't have giveaways like the Dear Desk Gaming or things like this over the weekend, but hey, I'm getting closer to getting famous! As always guys, thanks for watching. It was a pleasure to make the video for you. And yeah, good luck on the battlefield. Bye bye!